Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome you to a very new episode of Red Moments. As I'm sure most of you already know, I like to highlight cool plays that I made in this series, and usually break it down in slow motion and explain exactly what happened. But on the contrary, analyzing your mistakes in a certain situation and seeing what you could have done better in order to make it work out in your favor is also important, if not more important. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing in this episode. And in the first clip, you see myself getting ganked by an Elise and a Jinx where I tried making the best out of the scenario, tried making some plays, but some mistakes that I did in this clip ended up not only costing me my death, but also having no kills in my pocket. So the clip does start off pretty good for me as I'm going back and forth between the minions, obstructing the skill shots of the Jinx and the Elise's snare. And as they finally come out, I tumble to dodge both of them, and as the Elise goes up in the air, this is the part of the clip where my decision ended up costing me what it did. What I ended up choosing to do was run to the right side of the map. But looking at the minimap, I should have noticed that Zed is on his way, and the only chance he has to try and do anything to me is if I ran the way that I did, which is to the right side. Which is mistake number one. From that, I could have realized that Thresh on the minimap was so close to me, and he would have easily assisted me in getting away and or picking up kills. And the last mistake was I should have realized the Elise would have went to the left side on the left minions as opposed to the right side, which is what I guessed, since that is of course where her ally Jinx is. And as the clip goes on, you can see I used a pretty decent barrier, absorbing most of the damage that it can. The Elise does go down on the left side near the Thresh, and I end up just simply running away from the Thresh, getting hit by the Jinx W and just simply dying from the slow. The second clip I want to share with you guys is going to be a Zed one. So for all you guys that think that I never make mistakes with Zed, well, here you go. Myself, just like anyone else, will make mistakes even with their best champion. So I tried doing one of the tricks I mentioned earlier, which is leading them away from the shadow. But obviously that did not work, and as I go back to the shadow, I get bursted in a matter of seconds. Taking a closer look, the first thing I could have noticed if I was being extremely map aware was the fact that Blitz walked right by my ward. However, it only happened for a brief second, and it happened just as I was going aggressive on the Riven, so seeing that was next to impossible. So the Blitz finally makes his way into my lane, but he comes with a buddy from the other side, someone that I had no idea was on his way as well. Normally this shouldn't be a very difficult escape. However, as I'm running away from my shadow, trying to lead them away so I can go back to it, the Riven not only lands her stun, but the Lee Sin lands his Q. And I simply panicked and switched back to my shadow, scared of the Blitz hook. What I could have and probably should have done was after the Lee Sin lands his Q and Riven's stun is done, I could have continued to run to the opposite side the way that I was initially, because I had a lot more time on my shadow before it disappears, and I could have simply waited for the Blitz to throw his hook and then dodge it with my R again to the other shadow. But I panicked, used the shadow swap too early, and ended up paying the price. So the point of this episode is to let you guys know that making mistakes is not a bad thing, as that is where you learn from the best. Just make sure you try to analyze what you did and what you could have done so that the next time a similar situation happens, you'll have a better read on it. But that is it for this video, guys. Tell me what you think about these kind of episodes of Red Moments where I not only showcase plays but also showcase mistakes and how I go through them, how I analyze what I could have done, and hopefully you guys learn a thing or two as well. So with that being said, please do throw in a like if you did enjoy this episode. And I really hope to see you guys for the next one as well. Peace.